Prepositional phrases. Let's see what do we have in prepositional phrases. Preposition. A word that shows a relationship between a noun or pronoun and some other words in the sentence is called preposition. For instance, the baseball player in the white shirt hit a home run. Now see, in is the word which is showing the relation of shirt, right, with whom? With a player. So what is it? This is a word that shows a relation between a noun or pronoun. And if we focus, player and shirt both are nouns, right? And some other words in the sentence. So what is it doing? It is showing, in is showing relation of one noun to another noun within a sentence. What is a phrase? This is another question. A phrase is a group of words which gives meaning but incomplete. For instance, in the morning. In the morning is giving meaning, but its meanings are incomplete until or unless it becomes the part of a sentence. With a broken handle. Okay, with a broken handle, again given meaning but incomplete. Ambiguity is there. So what is it? It's a group of words which gives meaning but incomplete. A prepositional phrase includes a preposition, then a noun or a pronoun. So it depends. For instance, during the race, if we focus here, what do we have? A preposition during the race is what? It's a noun. So this is what? This is prepositional phrase. Why do we call it prepositional phrase? Because such a phrase starts with what? With a preposition. Then Lauren is extremely angry about the parking ticket. Now here, this part of your sentence about the parking ticket, about is what? About is a preposition, as it has been started from the preposition, and later on we have what? We have a noun. So that's why what is it? It's a prepositional phrase. The book on the table is mine. Here, if you try to find it out, so on is the word which is used as a preposition, and after it, on the table, it has a relation. This part of the sentence is phrase. And which type of phrase? Preposition. Why preposition? Because it is started with a preposition. And what is that? On. Clues. Clue number 1, how can you locate it? It's very easy. Wherever you will see preposition plus noun or pronoun, this is the first clue. Like for instance, I play cricket in the morning. So in is what? In is preposition, and the morning is what? The morning is basically what? It is noun. Then next clue, if you delete phrase from the sentence, even though it will give full meaning. What does it mean? If you delete this part from the sentence, even though sentence can give you good meaning. For instance, if you say I play cricket in the morning, and if you delete it, I play cricket instead of it, so okay, there is no problem, no issue. At least meanings are completed. Clue 3. Without verb and subject, preposition phrase. Now, what does it mean? Please keep it remember, whenever we talk about preposition phrase or prepositional phrases, they do not contain verb and subject, right? As you can see in the garden is a very good example. In the garden, what is it? You can see there is no verb and no subject in it. Then let's see, are these preposition phrases or not? The first one, he lives next to my house. How many of you can find out the preposition phrase from this sentence? Now see, next to my house is a very good example of preposition phrase. In the next sentence, around the beautiful garden, do we have the example of prepositional phrase? If you focus, this complete part is a phrase because it is without verb and subject. Then next, he speaks well. Do we have any preposition? Because it's very easy to point out preposition phrase. by finding or by locating the preposition. If I'm not mistaken, I am unable to find preposition. So what does it mean? It means in this sentence, there is no prepositional phrase. Any student can join us in the morning. Am I able to locate a preposition within this sentence? Yes, in. So here, in the morning. So I think these are very easy for all of us to find out preposition phrases. Then the shirt in blue strips is mine. So what is it? The shirt in blue strip is mine. What is it? Where is it? Yes, in blue strips. So when we talk about in blue strips, this in blue strips is what? It is a very good example of preposition phrase because it starts with in. Okay. Before moving ahead, for the types of preposition phrases, make sure that you are good enough in preposition phrases. Now next, adjective phrase, the first one, and then the types of phrases. The next type is adverb phrase. Let's check. Preposition phrases, the shirt in blue strips is mine. Now here we have located preposition phrase. Now we have to decide, is it the adjective or adverb? Now in the blue shirt, it is describing to whom? It is describing to the shirt. Shirt is what? Shirt is noun. So what does it mean? I kept a written diary of my travels. Of my travel is what? Preposition phrase, and this preposition phrase is describing to whom? To diary. When something describes to a noun, or next sentence, each of friend was there. Where is preposition phrase? Of friend, and it is describing to whom? To each. And what is each? Each is the example of pronoun. So any word or phrase which describes a noun or a pronoun is called adjective. So as these are the phrases, so these are the example of adjective phrase. Modifies an adjective phrase, it modifies to whom? To a noun or to a pronoun. Adjective phrases, let's check. The book on the table is yours. Which one? This is prepositional phrase, on the table, right? It is describing to the book. So it is giving you the answer of which one. This is the example of adjective phrase. The next example, the store with a neon sign is open. Where is phrase with a neon sign? And it is describing to whom? The store. And store is noun. So it is the example of adjective phrase and giving the answer of what kind. Then we have, she has been doing this job for 20 years. Where is phrase for 20 years? And describing to whom? To job. Job is what? Job is noun. So this is the example, how many. Keep it, remember, what kind, which one, how much, how many. Adjective phrase give the answer of one of these given phrases, what kind, which one, how much, how many. And anything which describes, or any phrase which describes a noun or a pronoun is called adjective phrase. Now check that adjective phrase described to whom. Have you ever seen an elephant with a white skin? With a white skin is adjective phrase. It is describing to elephant. Then he was wearing a crown made of gold. It's where it is adjective phrase. Is it okay? Of gold. Is it describing to? Yes, crown. There I met a girl with blue eyes. Okay, with the blue eyes is adjective. It is describing to a girl. Wild beasts in small cages are very sight. Right now, see, in small cages, this is what? This is prepositional adjective phrase. Why? Because it is describing to wild beasts. So beasts are what? Beasts are nouns. So here it is proven everywhere these adjective phrases are describing two nouns. A man with a long beard came to see me. A man with a long beard. With a long beard is what? It is adjective phrase describing to whom? Whose long beard? A man, right? So what is this? Everywhere it is proven adjective phrases define what? They define nouns or a pronoun. Preposition phrases part 2. Kathy was happy during her interview. During her interview is the example of preposition phrase. It is describing to whom? That it is describing to happy, and happy is what? Happy is adjective. Last year I worked in the circus. In the circus is the example of preposition phrase. It is describing to whom? Worked, and worked is what? Worked is verb. Then which type of preposition phrase is this? This is an adverbial phrase because it modifies a verb or an adjective or another adverb. Here in the example, we have already proven that here in the first example, during her interview, it has basically modifies an adjective. In the next example, it has modified a verb. So adverb phrases give answer of when, where, how, why, how often, how long, to what extent. Right? Whenever we talk about adverb phrase, they give the answers of when, where, how, why, how often, how long, to what extent. Let's practice where, when, why, how often. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall. Humpty Dumpty sat on a wall, which, okay, is it giving the answer of when, where, why, how often? Okay, it is giving the answer of what? Where. She will come before noon. Before noon. It is giving you the answer of what? When. Then we have the next. Due to her result, she is happy. Where is preposition phrase? Due to her result, it is giving you the reason, and it's mean why. Then if I talk about she speaks in a polite way, is what? It is preposition phrase. And which type of? Adverbial. Why adverbial? Because it is giving you the answer of how. Ali usually comes once in a week. Where is preposition phrase? In a week. And it is giving you the answer of how often, right? Let's test your intelligence. Dolphins behave with a great intelligence. Can any one of you answer where is preposition phrase with a great intelligence? Venus can often be seen near the horizon. Venus can often, okay, near the horizon. The color of Mars is red. Now let's check. The color of Mars is red. Where do we have this preposition phrase of Mars? Then the wizard was a wealthy man. Where do we have example? Do we have any example? Right? There was no example of preposition phrase. The paper with the blue border is floating through the air. Do we have any phrase? See, there is one more thing. Sometimes we have more than one phrase as well, and sometimes zero phrase in a sentence. So let's check with the blue border and then through the air. The fabrics from the Orient were quite beautiful. The fabric from the Orient. Do we have an example? Yes, we have. Okay. Here we are done with the example that are we able to find phrasal verbs. Now let's check what else. Now let's check it from another point of view. Either these are adverb or adjective and why. Like the first one, when we discuss the first one with a great intelligence, this is what? This is a adverb, the reason, because it is giving you the answer of behave and how. Then we have the next one. Venus can often be seen near the horizon. Near the horizon where? So that's why this is adverb. And then the color of Mars is red. The reason of Mars is explaining to what? To the color. So that's why this is the example of adjective. The words was a wealthy man. The wizard was the wealthy man. Here there is no preposition phrase. So that's why this is the example of a sentence which is without preposition phrase. The next we have the paper with the blue border is floating through the air. With the blue border, phrasal verb which is describing to whom? To paper. And paper is what? Paper is noun. So therefore this is adjective and is floating where? Through the air. So this is the example of adverb phrase. Then next, the fabric from the Orient were quite beautiful. This is what? This is adjective. The reason, because from the Orient, it is explaining to what? To the fabric, and fabric is noun. Now, let's take a quick review. Today, we have done preposition phrases. In preposition phrases, we discuss adjectival or adjective. Or in case of having any question, you are always welcome. You can use these websites as well. And I'm leaving it with you. Solve it. Thank you.